That's why God never wanted your primary identity to come from people. People can be gifts in our life, but they were never meant to be your foundation. Because when relationships shift, God does not. When seasons change, God does not. When people leave, God does not. And that's why belonging in God's family is not fragile like human relationships. You are chosen before anyone ever chooses you. And here's the truth the Bible has been whispering from the beginning of time. You were not created to be independent. You were created to be connected. You were not made to just survive. You were made to belong. And this is why your second calling is not about achievement or success or impact. It's about family. It's about being rooted. It's about being known. And this is why Scripture says that you're not just called to be loved by God, but you're called to belong. And that's why we planted Mid-City Vineyard, to create a place where people could belong. So when you look at all of those counterfeit versions of belonging, gangs and relationships and hustle culture, what they all have in common is that they're people trying to answer that one question. Where do I belong? And the question is the reason why Mid-City Vineyard exists. 7 years ago, we didn't plant this church because Los Angeles needed another service to attend. We planted this church because people in this city needed a place to belong. We saw people who loved Jesus but had nowhere to put their faith. We saw people who'd been hurt by churches but still longed for God. And we saw people who were spiritually hungry but relationally isolated. And God put a simple vision in our hearts. Let's build a community, not a crowd, not an audience, a family, a place where you don't have to pretend. A place where you can be known, a place where you can heal, a place where you can grow, a place where you can find your people. And this is why your second calling is not something abstract or theological. It's something lived out right here. This is why Scripture says you're not just called to be loved, you're called to belong. And God created you to belong. And He created the church so that you would never have to do life alone.